Sorry about that. I thought I had my phone to work horizontally, but it would not let me do that. So here I am the other direction. So I'm doing somersaults tonight. But I am Mary with Hogwall Designs, and I am here tonight with part of the Cake Creators Circle. I always get tongue-tied. That's a little tongue-tied. Um, so Eileen with Creative Hearts Design has already been on tonight, and there she is in the comments. Hi there, thanks for coming on. And Betsy with Heavens to Betsy Cakeries has just finished her live, I believe. And so here I am with you tonight. And I'm not fake baking tonight. I don't know if you know me, but I am a kind of a all-around creator. And tonight I am going to be painting pumpkins tonight. But I also wanted to share a project with you that I completed. It was a custom order for a customer. And I'm going to show you it and I made the same design on two different signs and how different they look based on the background. So here is the first one. Is it backwards? It's backwards. Let me see if I can flip this. There we go. So here's our first one with a little lady kayaker, and then here is the other one on a different background, and it's just surprising how different they look with that just a little bit lighter background but the same kind of rustic feel. So that was a fun project today that I completed today. I got up, I also went to work, and so I got up early to do one, and then I got to work remotely. So on my noon hour, I quick cut the stencil, and then after work I was able to quick paint it. So I was using my time wisely today. All right, so tonight what I'm going to do is I have one of these little cutting boards, and we're going to paint a little pumpkin on it, and then we're going to embellish it up. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to move my camera down so you can see. I have my other device right next to me here, so I think we're going to be able to do it. Okay, so I've already drawn out my pumpkin with some pencil, and it's just going to be a single pumpkin, and then I think we're going to do some little vines around the edge, and then we're going to put a swanky little bow at the top. So we're going to get started here. I have just some pumpkin colored orange here. This is an Anita's brand. It's kind of more of a dark color. I kind of like that. I use that quite frequently when I am painting pumpkins. And so we're just going to go around and get this all filled in. Hope you had a good day today. It's Thursday. Was on Facebook yesterday, and I have been seeing all across the US there's been some really violent storms. It's just so sad. Here in Iowa, western Iowa, they have had major flooding. I mean, it's dramatically major flooding. Started in South Dakota and then has crept into Iowa. and the tornadoes that I've seen. I don't know, I must have just started watching one video which led to another video to another video. You know how Facebook works. Have our pumpkin just kind of drawn out. Oh, we got to do our little humps up here. Don't want to get too carried away. We're going to start doing some shading right away, highlighting. Okay, so I'm going to take a peach color and we're going to kind of highlight on the left side of our pumpkin. Grab some brown and we're going to shade in up here by our little humps here. Put down around this edge. Thank you, Eileen. I am learning. It's all of my crafts, even though I've been doing things for several years, I continue to learn and master and get better, and having wet paint, blending those colors in really does help a lot. So you'll see that I grab different colors and I kind of blend them together to kind of shade and highlight. Let's see, I want some orange over here. Back to some brown and get down on this little bottom piece here. Maybe just a little highlight up here. One thing about this is that when I'm painting, I don't look at the comments. So let's see here. Take a little break. We'll check the comments out here. Maybe I will. Well, I saw some earlier. We'll just carry on. They'll pop back up. So I'm going to shade our little humps up here. Just at the edge. Happened to them. There they are. I got them back. So I'm just kind of layering in my colors. I haven't cleaned my brush. I continue just to add new paint and kind of just going back in and adding color in a little here, a little there, until I get it the way I like it. So there's really no wrong or right way of doing this. Kind of like that. Maybe just a little texture down in here. A little. Alright, so I think I have our form of our basic pumpkin the way I like it. Well, maybe just, I'm not quite sure I like all this. A little better. All right, so I like that. So now we're going to move into our stem, and I'm just going to use, I think we're going to try burnt umber. I'll just try a little of that, see how we like that. I'm gonna go and do a little, I'm gonna do a little swirly. But I'm gonna take a different little brush. This happens to be a eyeliner brush, and I'm just going to dip that in some paint. I always have trouble with these little loop-de-loops. So I decided to draw it. I should be able to follow the line maybe. Alright, so let's add a little of a lighter brown just to give this a little dimension as well. I think I like that. Other thing I think I want to do is, I think we're going to go in our lighter brown and then just a little bit of off-white, and we're going to draw a vine around the entire board. Not a line, but I'm going to call it more of a vine. Then we're going to just put a few little stems out. So I think that's, and we're gonna add in some, thank you, Betsy. Now we're gonna add in some little berries. And I have this little tool, I think I picked it up at Dollar Tree. And we're gonna go into some country, what is it? Barn Red. And we're just going to add some berries here and there. Oops. I don't even have any stories. What have I done lately? Oh, I did go to, this past weekend, I went to another antique mall. It was in Minnesota. And I enjoy picking up vintage kitchen utensils. So I found a few things that I hadn't had. I like the red handled ones, the spoons and cookie cutters, and just the variety of different kitchen utensils that happen to be with red handles or red embellishments. And I picked up a potato ricer this weekend, and I thought it was a little comical. On the tag they had it as a juicer. Well, it was a potato ricer, so you know it's a basket with all these little holes around it, and then there's a lever that has like the masher. And so I suppose you could use it as a juicer, but I've always heard it called as a potato ricer. Actually, I don't know why you need to have a potato ricer. Was the principle to make potato salad or potato mashed potatoes with it? I'm not sure what the real reason was why they thought that was a grand piece of kitchen need, but I find when I make mashed potatoes, homemade mashed potatoes, I just have this other kind of masher that it just kind of like, you take it into the pan and you just go shh, shh, shh. And that seems to work really well for me. So, okay, so I think we have enough dots. Now we're going to add little leaves to them. Let's see if I find me a small brush here. This one I think is a little smaller. And I'm just going to dip it into some like a yellow gold, and we're just going to add little leaves next to our berries. My husband has been picking up these little oil cans, the cans where you actually put oil in, not like cans filled with oil. His father used to be a oil distributor or oil salesman, I guess you should say, oil salesman. And he sold lots of oil to farmers in the area. And he was recognized several times for high sales and things. So after my husband's father passed away, my husband tried to do it, but you know, we had little kids and running the farm by ourselves, and he just couldn't keep up with it. So but he has all of his dad's sales things, and so it's really kind of cool memorabilia. I think the company was based out of Omaha, Nebraska. And I know when my husband and I were dating, his parents would go to Omaha for some conventions and recognitions and such. So we're getting there. Once we get our little berries done, we'll take a look at it, but in the meantime we will work on our little bow that we'll put at the top here. Oops. Got a little heavy-handed there on those leaves, but they'll be fine. One more over here. Just go in with a little bit of the red with the smaller dots on these that are just kind of, you need to peek out just a little bit more. I have a baby shower to go to on Saturday. My nephew and his girlfriend are going to be having a baby, and then their wedding is set, I believe it's October. So they're starting their family right away. And then I have a birthday party on Sunday. It's like that never happens where I have something to do every weekend or every day of the weekend. I lead such a boring life, so there. I kind of think I like that a little bit better. And now I see a spot in our pumpkin that I'm not overly happy with, so we're going to see if we can fix that up here a little bit. I'm not really liking how this is looking right here, so let's go into some brown and see if we can maybe clean this up a little bit. Like that a little bit better. I think we need to go into our little humps here, give this just a little bit, not a lot of highlight up here. Highlight this edge as well here. Like that. Alright, I think I just keep messing with it. I think that looks okay. So here is our finished little pumpkin. And now we're just going to go in and we're going to make a bow for this. And so we're going to make like a messy rag bow. So I have a variety of fabrics. I have some ribbons. I have some pit berries here. Get them out. I have some raffia. I have bits of lace we can add to it. So we have lots of things. So let's start off with some of our fabrics here. And so we don't need a very big one. We're gonna put it up here. So let's start off about there. So with my fabrics, I like to rip them to give the frayed edges, to just give it a little more dimension to the fabrics. And so we're going to definitely want to have 2 of each of these colors, but we'll put them in randomly. So I'm going to set that one over. So this color is done. Put this over here. Let's go with kind of a burnt orange. And then I have this striped one here with some greens and some blues, some dark oranges. And I have this cool yellow. It's kind of like Batiste, I think is what they call that. Where it's kind of like watercolored. And then I have this kind of a orange, what do they call this? This is a where it's the same on both sides. There's a term. Oh, not thinking of it right now, but it looks the same on both sides. All right, so there's our fabrics. And let's get some let's get some lace. I have this old, I think these were like lace panels, lace, where it had a decorative piece inside. And so I don't know, whatever reason, I seemed to think I needed to keep this. I think I'm going to cut it with some pinking shears here just to give it a little not so clean edge. And I tell you, I've had this for years. I don't know, I mean years, probably back in the 90s. I kind of hang on to stuff because one day I'm going to want to use that for something. And I think this is a good project for it to get it used up. All right, so there's that. Then we definitely want some raffia in there. So I don't want to use either one of these scissors for that. We'll cut a piece off. And we'll split it between these 2 piles. We will do some pit berries a little later here, but I think I want to wait with those. I have a kind of a burlap ribbon And then I have these two ribbons. I kind of think I like the burnt orange ribbon just a little bit better than the brighter orange, so we'll go with some of that. All right. Into a ribbon here. Yeah, it's going to be a scrappy, messy bow here, Betsy. All right. Let's see. All right, so now I also want some jute. And we'll just add 2 pieces of jute per bundle. Okay, and then we definitely need some jute to tie this baby up. Oh, here, I got it. I got paint. Got paint on the backside of my little cutting board. Let's get that cleaned up here while it's wet. All right, I think that'll work. Let's put this over here for a minute. I'm getting paint everywhere now on my little bottles and everything. All right, there we go. Got that cleaned up. So now we want to kind of make our little bundles a little pretty. So we're going to just start layering. What is it? 15 minutes? So I'm just kind of laying my fabrics and my lace, everything on top of one another. Let's get a piece of jute in there. Add some of this raffia in there now. This fabric and this one. Put our ribbon and our other piece of jute. And then our burlap ribbon. And I'm just going to hold this together in the center with a clothespin, just to kind of keep this bundle all together. And then we'll do the same thing with our other bundle. And then we're going to lay that on top of our first one. I don't like it when my fabrics don't lay flat. I got to lay down. Let's add this guy first. And that. And this. Put some raffia in there. Get our other fabric in there. Get some jute back in there. We will put some more jute on top, our little ribbon. And our little burlap piece. Now I'm going to take this bundle and marry it with the first one, kind of in the middle. I'm going to put them both together. And then our piece of jute we had cut to wrap these together with is missing. Here it is. Everything just kind of looks the same after a while. So now I'm just kind of wrapping that piece of jute around in the middle. I'm going to make a knot. Make another double knot here. Make it really, really tight so our pieces don't fall out. Make an adjustment. It looked like that was just too long on that side. And my lace is a fail. It's falling apart, so we're getting rid of that piece. We'll see if this one on the back side is gonna stay. So here is our, like our messy bow here. Let's just lay it up here against this. And we'll be attaching it here. We definitely need some trimming. We will, I have some rusty bells and some buttons that we can put on the top here. But let's get this looking the way we want it before we get too carried away. I'm going to wrap this around one more time because it seems to be just a little loose for me. We don't want any of our pieces falling out. Oopsie. So I'm just going to wrap that around and knot it again on the back side. A lot better. Okay, so now we're going to just do some trimming. Okay. It's a lot better. Not so crazy. Let's see how that's gonna look. I got a little piece of raffia down here I don't like. Rid of that. See, that looks pretty good. Looks like we're going to get rid of our lace because that That is not working, it's just falling apart, so get rid of that. All right, so we're gonna attach that, I think right about there. I'm gonna trim this just a little bit more. That's gonna look cute. We are going to grab some of these pit berries. And let's see here. What I'm going to do is take a pencil or a dowel. I'm just going to wrap these around so that we get a little whirlies. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm calling them little whirlies. And we'll stick those in here. I'm just gonna probably put them up at the top here. Maybe this one can come down. Yeah, okay. So we're going to hot glue these guys on. This one this direction so we can go on the opposite way. And then we'll stick our bow on here. Right there. Isn't that looking cute? And now let's look at, I don't know if any of these buttons really go with the colors of our pumpkin here. Let's see what a rusty star will look like. Could do a little tag as well. I don't have my stuff here, but we could definitely put a little tag on this as well. I think that would be cute. Oops. Come on. There we go. So there's our little bell, and I think it would add something if we would put a little tag on here as well. I have some fabric or not fabric, well, even a fabric tag would be kind of cute. Just a little muslin tag that you could stamp a word on, or I was thinking more of in the lines of using like a manila tag, or I do have some brown craft paper to make a tag. That was kind of my thought. So I will probably do that yet, but this is basically our project tonight, this hand-painted pumpkin with this all gussied up with this really rag bow, and it does really just speak fall to me. So I hope you liked this project. I enjoyed making it, and I probably will be making a few more. It was really a lot of fun. So trying to think of maybe make our little berries around the edge a little different colors. Maybe even our pumpkins could be different colors. A turquoise one, maybe a creamy colored one would be kind of cute. So yeah, we'll make a few extra colored pumpkins. I think would be really adorable as well. So, oh, well, we get my back up here and we'll say goodbye. I think we're about done. Appreciate you all coming, stopping by tonight. It was a lot of fun, and I hope to see you again next week. However, we're not doing a live next week because it will be the 4th of July. So hope you enjoy the holiday and everything that Independence Day means for you and for our country. And I appreciate you stopping by, and we will see you the following week. And I think we have a little surprise for you. So have a great evening, everyone. Good night now.